Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping.
That whole idea of leadership is more of a journey,
Yeah.
And some people go to the point of leading others. But, when you're in that submissive leadership in that middle and you're on a team leadership, I've struggled over the years, and I don't know if you've done this too. Sometimes things will be going on and people will say, well, I don't want to tattle. I don't want to get someone in trouble. And I'm like, look, if you're in charge of a policy, or if you're in charge of a procedure, if you're in the warehouse and it's your job to make sure all these boxes are lined up and have their own place and and you get people in that are helping and they're not doing it right, including me as the owner. If I walk in, you're the boss. You're in charge. It's your job to tell people, hey, this doesn't meet the company standard. This isn't what we've said is going to be excellence for us. And I need you to change what you're doing.
Yep.
And people struggle with that. And I've got some folks that I've got one team member, I've probably spent 3 or 4 years, and she's finally getting it, but in the beginning, and that's where that team leadership is. And you can be a great leader and just be a team player.
Yep.
And
that's leadership is a behavior. It's not necessarily a title.
Yeah. And you go up and down, everybody thinks the only leader is the guy that signs the checks or can come in and sit you down and say, hey, guess what? We don't need you anymore. We're going to let you go. That's not what a leader is. In fact, I think the best leaders probably aren't in a good company, aren't the people that have those roles. Mm-hmm. They're the leaders that are amongst people and leading people to good behaviors when no one's looking.
Well, and two, there's something funny about accountability, which is employees don't tend to find themselves accountable to their boss or the owner. Like, that's the person that tells you what to do, but you're way more worried about letting down your peers than you are about letting down your boss, usually, depending on your relationship with that boss. But if it's a boss and not a leader, then you're especially more worried about what your peers think about your behaviors than you are about that person that gives you commands. And so I think that's especially where you see that is, who do they respect as a peer and who are they trying to not let down on a day-to-day basis from who's really observing them every single day. I think that accountability can go a long ways. Hey, home service heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.